Now, let's proceed with finding exact value using properties of arcsine. So we know that from the properties, inverse sine composed with sine x will be equal to x if your domain here is within minus pi over 2 until pi over 2. And if you flip them, sine composed with inverse sine will also equal to x if your domain within minus 1 and 1. So let's see the first one here. The question asks you for inverse sine pi over 2. Okay, so definitely we are referring to this formula here. So this will be equal to x if your domain is within the allowed domain from minus pi over 2 until pi over 2. So let's see our angle here. This is pi over 2. This is definitely within the domain allowed. Therefore, there's no calculation. Straight away, you can write your answer. For question B, they ask you for inverse sine 3 pi over 4. Okay, so as usual, make sure that your domain is within minus pi over 2 and pi over 2. So definitely 3 pi over 4 is not within the domain. Let's check. 3 pi over 4 is here in quadrant 2. So we know that quadrant 2, you are not allowed to be here. You're only allowed to be in quadrant 1 and quadrant 4. So what you need to do is, let's find your reference angle. So how to find reference angle? This is pi minus 3 pi over 4. So the answer here is pi over 4. So let's rewrite this in terms of reference angle. This is the second quadrant. This is the house of sine. You don't need to put negative. Just write as sine pi over 4. So now let's rewrite our question. Inverse sine pi over 4. So now pi over 4 is within the domain allowed, which is from negative pi over 2 until pi over 2. Therefore, now we can just take our answer, our x there, which is pi over 4. Now let's see question C. Sine compose inverse sine 0.5. Okay, so now you must make sure what is your domain. So this is besides inverse sine. So the domain for inverse sine, it must be within negative 1 and 1. So 0.5 is obviously within the domain given. So we can just casually take our answer 0.5 without any working step. And the last example for this one is sine compose inverse sine 2. Okay, be careful with 2 here because we know that our domain must be within negative 1 and 1. 2 is definitely above, so we cannot solve this. Just write it as undefined.